So here's a perfect example why it's never a good idea to go on social media at the end of a great day. So my husband and I went for a beautiful hike. We took our dog Charlie. We walked around the full circumference of a lake. It was a gorgeous day, stunning views. We even came across a whole patch of wild Saskatoon berries that were ripe for the picking. They are my favorite. So we stopped, we had a little snack. It was beautiful. We came back to our campsite. We read a little bit, sat in the sun, played some games, had some good conversation. It was brilliant. And then after dinner, I'm just sitting on the bed, deciding kind of what we're going to do for the rest of the evening. And I decide to bring the old phone out and I go onto Instagram. And the first thing that pops up is a video of someone who had lost weight on one of the weight loss injectables and was talking about how now that her weight set point was lower, which is myth number one, she notices that she's actually being treated differently now that she's in a smaller body than what she used to be. And I am 100% certain that this experience for her is true. But it brought up so many emotions for me. One is, how devastating and anger provoking is it that people in bigger bodies are treated less than human versus people who are in thinner bodies, and that many people who have lost weight with these weight loss injectables are reporting the exact same experience. And so no shade to people taking these drugs. It kind of makes sense why you'd want to. But on the flip side, what we absolutely know from the studies and from the experience of so many people is, one, when you stop taking the medication, the weight loss comes back. And two, even if you stay on it it starts at about 18 months for many people, a little bit longer for others, the weight starts to come back anyways. Your body's natural instincts to guard your heavier weight for survival starts to kick in. And I think that we do more harm than good to ourselves in the long run. And so again, no shade at all to anybody taking these medications. I think we all have the right to make the decisions that's right for our body. But I want to acknowledge that sometimes the harder decision is saying no and choosing to focus on the behaviors that you can do instead that we absolutely do know bring about better health, such as the hike that I did today with my husband, eating the fresh berries that we did today for my husband, filling my cup with all sorts of things that bring me so much joy, drinking lots of water. I did so many things in the name of my health that brought me so much pleasure with none of the backlash that comes later down the road. So it was just, food for thought, but I was in a bit of a mood thinking about this tonight. So stay away from social media before you go to bed.